Okay, welcome everyone who's watching the recording. So glad you're here. Welcome to this space. Go ahead and get grounded and present and feel your heart. Open up your heart to expanding, being with me, being with all of us here who are present and who are watching it later. We're all connected in this interweb of energy, this vortex that's being created now. So just feel into that. Feel where you're touching the earth, where your yoni or your perineum, your pelvic bowl is contacting the earth. Bring some subtle movements, some back and forth, bouncing motion, swirling, shaking, dancing, circling, whatever feels good for you right now. To feel deeper inside your yoni space and ground and anchor her into the earth. You have a hand here as well as a hand on your heart. Feel the connection between your heart and yoni. Feel your breath breathing into these spaces. Inhabiting your heart, inhabiting your yoni even more. Coming home right now, inside. This is really the basis of our class today. It's like how to come home inside, to find this inner union, this inner connection that is home inside our bodies. All right, so we'll go ahead and open our eyes and re-enter the space. We're going to go into a lot more embodiment later. Let's just open us up, warm us up, and know that you can keep coming back to that as throughout the whole class. Like, I like to bring an embodiment into every moment of life. Like, how can we be present, be in a space with others, be on a computer screen, and keep remembering to also be inside our bodies and bring that sensation back inside too. So it preserves our energy and our life force and helps us stay true to ourselves and feeling safe inside our bodies. So I'd love to hear from you, Sarah, and for everyone else watching later to reflect upon. You can start journaling with this too if you're watching this later, of why you're here. I really want to hear what brought you here today. There's a reason, there's a very special reason that you chose to sign up for a class that's divine masculine and feminine union. And I've been sharing a lot about manifesting partnership, but also creating inner union within ourselves, talking about receiving love, opening to receive more of the masculine, to receive a masculine partner. So yeah, I'd love to hear about you, from you, like what really drew you in today, what you're looking to get out of this class, and so we can weave together.
So I'm here because I have made like a commitment to really tapping into my divine feminine energy. I feel like the past year, especially during the pandemic, and I feel like it's been such a transformative process. And I love the concept too of inviting more divine masculine energy in and being more vulnerable with that. And so yeah, I'm really excited to be here and explore this more and to this is my first time doing a class like this. And just really honored and grateful for this experience. And like, I'm more kind of like community into my life. Like people who choose to go to these sessions and to part in this and invest their energy and this kind of work are the people that I want to be around more.
Amazing. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I love that. So tell me more about like this desire to be more in your divine feminine and your interest in divine feminine energy. And this is for all of us to journal with. If you're not present today, that like what is your relationship to the feminine and the masculine right now? Like what is your journey like with that like been? How do you feel those two energies and what are you feeling inside with those?
I am just forever in awe of the divine feminine, and I've been just seeing it in so many like presences in my life. And just I feel like there's constant inspiration for me with the divine feminine. And tapping into that in myself has like helped me to become such a more confident woman, like especially channeling like sexual energy and not just like in sexuality solely, but in how like I carry myself and how I move and I dance and art. And so I feel like divine feminine is forever inspiring, like, and I feel like I have a beautiful community of friends who also are harnessing their own divine feminine energy in their lives, and they help inspire me to be, like to rise to my higher potential.
Yeah.
And I love that so much. And I feel like I've been able to connect with the divine feminine through music a lot and dance. And that, especially like aerial dancing. And so I think that also too with the divine masculine, I feel like I want to explore it a lot more and something that I feel like there's a lot of I don't know, unknown territory there. And so I want to delve into it more. And I feel like I have a good sense of it and who I am. And I'm letting those two forces, meet each other. And I feel like there's a lot of androgyny too in my like, how I present sometimes. I see that I'm masculine there, but I want to invite it more in, I guess.
Awesome. Cool. So how would you describe like your relationship? Like do you feel like would you say you feel like you're more in your feminine or more in your masculine, or has there been a shift at all in your life? Or do you
I
yeah, how do you even understand like how would you describe masculine and feminine? We could start with that too. Like we could go into, definition or how we're defining even what that is. How do you feel two different energies?
I, I think that with like divine, like with feminine, I feel like there is a power in like vulnerability and a power in giving there, and also just kind of the fluidity. There's this like just magical fluidity to the divine feminine and like adapting and evolving and just great in that power. And then with masculine, I feel like there is kind of more, I don't know, like more structure in a way. I'm still kind of figuring out how I define masculine, because
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's even more like I don't know, borderlines, I guess.
What was that?
But borderlines,
Wait, sorry, one more time.
hard lines, like more like
Oh
like
yeah. Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not quite great at explaining that, but yeah, I feel like there's been definitely more of a shift to feminine energy in my life, whereas I used to be like definitely leaning more towards masculine tendencies, I think, and definitely lean into like things that are, yeah, more typically societally like masculine energy, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So you felt like you were more in your masculine and like these like traditional or cultural concepts of like what that is, and then recently you've been feeling more of this divine feminine awakening and feeling the power of that and opening to that more. And like masculine you see as like structure and like hard lines, and yeah, which I would totally agree. And like feminine is more flowing and giving and receptive, and yeah, I think that's the words to use. So yeah, that's beautiful. And I would just I would add that, you know, for the purposes of of this class, like the energies I describe as like masculine and feminine is like masculine is like one way of thinking about it is just masculine is just the doing, it's actually the giving energy. um, and really they are one. And in Chinese, in ancient Chinese tradition, you know, the yin yang, that's, it's not like yin and yang, and it's the symbol is like one, it's a, and it's yin yang, so they're both in each other and it's impossible to separate. And when we look at nature, which I want to talk about more, it's like it's not this separation like we have in our minds, but it is helpful sometimes to delineate and for the purposes of like understanding and construction of it. But I really want us to go into like the space where in unity, where it's like beyond the separation of that, because that's ultimately what we're working towards. But for the purposes of this, like we can think of just the masculine as the active energy, the doing, the container, the structure, um, and then the feminine being the beingness, just the beingness and the energy. Oh, we have someone joining, so I'm gonna add her in. And the receptive, the flow, and so the receiving. So we want to look at, you know, the anatomy of like lingam and yoni. Like yoni is like this receptive organ, right? So yeah, and we're also like in this shift right now on the planet, from a way that was um, an unhealthy masculine, and a way of being that was in, you know, a masculine that was separate from the feminine, which is what makes it unhealthy. And the feminine unhealthiness is the same thing as if it's separate from the masculine. um, and we've been in a period of that for a long time, where it's kind of been this unbalanced masculine energy. There's been a lot of goal orientedness, a lot of structure, a lot of focus on doing and being outward and being active, and like, you know, and that can lead to an unhealthy feminine with a lot of stress. And is Aisha, are you here? I don't see your
Yeah.
face. Oh, you're here. Hi.
Yeah.
Nice to
Hi.
have you join us.
I got the timing wrong, so I was like,
Oh, that's okay. Well, it's beautiful you're here now. And we were just sharing about the masculine and feminine and what our relationship to it has been. So I'd love to hear from you. Um, yeah, actually, we could start with like what you're really desiring from this class.
yeah,
Or why are you here?
okay. Yeah, thank you for giving me the space. So I guess ultimately what I'm desiring is like no, like maybe like solid ways to invite more of a relationship with my masculine, um, allowing my masculine to show up for me a bit more. So maybe whether that's me trusting my masculine, but there always like there's problems with follow through I have, and also like boundary setting and kind of moving on from relationships that I know I don't want.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so you're looking to activate your inner masculine a little bit more to set those boundaries and to be able to protect your feminine and be like, no, this relationship isn't right, and like trust that your inner masculine is here within you to show up for you and to protect you and like follow through. Yeah, I love
Exactly.
that. Awesome. So we have one more person who's just now joining. Is it Aurora? Are you here? Is that how you say your name, Aurora?
Yep, that's me.
Hi.
Hi.
It says your video work. Can we see you? Oh, there you are.
Hello.
Oh, hi. Nice to have you.
Nice to be here.
Yeah, it's so good to be here with you. So we've all just been sharing about perfect timing, by the way, and welcome, welcome, welcome. We're all sharing about why we're here, why we're drawn to this class, and what you're looking to get out of it. So I'd love to hear from you.
Well, I am drawn to deepening my relationship with my feminine and learning more about my body, and also, you know, reaching out and finding more sisterhood bonds. So that's always good.
Amazing. I love that. Yeah. So deepening your relationship to your body, I'd love to hear more about that. Um, yeah, what does that look like for you?
Well, so far it's looked like slowing down, learning to breathe, learning to sit with myself, and you know, working through those feelings of fear around, you know, what something may look like or how something feels at first.
Yeah. I love that. It's amazing. Yeah, that's totally the feminine way, like tuning into our bodies, slowing down, feeling and allowing things to shift moment by moment, allowing to be present to the now through our bodies. Yeah, amazing. Okay, well, this is the right place. We're gonna do some embodiment practices today, and yeah. So, what about your relationship to the divine masculine? What does that look like for you?
I feel like often I rely on my masculine to get things done, and I'm learning how to honor my divine masculine alongside my feminine.
What does that look like for you specifically, like relying on your masculine to get things done, and that feeling of like not honoring it?
Well, I've mostly work in a really male dominated workspace, and like everything there has been like male culture, and so I kind of have to engage with that a little bit more than I like my feminine would definitely want to. So it's kind of about allowing my feminine to, you know, take over where it can, but also you know, when I feel that resistance and I feel that I have to do everything, I can acknowledge that, and I can say, oh, my masculine needs a break. I know that, I feel it. But definitely something that I also am working to deepen, definitely.
Amazing. Yeah. Okay, beautiful. And that's a good question I want to ask for everyone, that you can journal with, and for anyone who's watching the recording later, but from each of you here live, I'd love to hear like what can you feel your inner masculine is desiring? For you, I heard that your inner masculine is desiring rest and solitude and a break.
Mm-hmm.
So could anyone else relate to that or have their own feeling of what their inner masculine is desiring, and also what their inner feminine is desiring? And you might want to just close your eyes and kind of tune into your inner feminine, your inner masculine, and ask them and just see what comes through. Whenever you're ready, you can just unmute and share.
Okay, I can share. My inner masculine is yearning for more mastery over the, like adventure, becoming more like a magician when it comes to utilizing like wealth, I would say. And my inner feminine is yearning for, deep nourishment, depth, freedom, and expression.
Beautiful. Yeah, what is that? Like the mastery you talked about. Like what does that look like for you, for your divine masculine?
Yeah, like I feel like I'm in a relationship with the universe in a way that I can shape the material world in a way that reflects my desires or intentions. This kind of mastery.
Yeah, okay, so like a manifestation mastery, like bringing it out from the inner world into the outer, creating your dreams. Yeah, okay, beautiful. Awesome.
I feel like my like inner feminine energy wants me to trust it more and like utilize it more because I feel like I relate to what you were saying and how I rely on my masculine energy sometimes more so than my feminine energy, and sometimes in situations that would be like perfect to harness my divine feminine energy, I fall into masculine tendencies, and I think that things don't come about the way, like situations don't always go the way I'd like them to, and it's because I'm not trusting my divine feminine energy enough. I'm not letting her like take over when it's her opportunity to shine, or like I don't know, I think that sometimes I try to force things with masculine energy that could just flow. Just let it happen, I should just let it happen.
Absolutely, yeah, I can totally relate to that, and it's like a patterning in our systems, and that's in our body and it's in our systems of it's just a habit, and that's why I work with embodiment and movement, because all of this shows up in our movement and in our dance, and we'll start to see that we can see these patterns of where we are resisting flow, where we are overthinking, where we are trying to get ahead or get to the next thing, instead of surrender and actually allow and follow. And it's a process for all of us because of the culture that we've been in, and the system that we've been in has required masculine energy, and has said that the feminine isn't safe, but the feminine sorry if that's loud. I'm here at this cafe. The feminine isn't the way, or isn't smart, or isn't wise, or all these like stories that there's been in place that have kind of locked the feminine down in and under, and not allowed her to be. And so it really comes down to safety, and creating the safety with our inner masculine in our bodies, so that the feminine feels safe to actually to be in her feminine, because in this world we have not felt safe for that. So it makes a lot of sense that would be the pattern that you're experiencing. And just that reframe, because it can be kind of harsh on ourselves to say like, I haven't been trusting my my feminine, and maybe so that just that reframe of like, oh well, of course, like that's that's what we've been in, and we haven't felt safe for that. So yeah, it's beautiful that we get to retrain that moment by moment, and through our practice of letting go, surrendering, and allowing the feminine to emerge, and slowly over time, like it gets easier and easier, and we can allow that energy more and more. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, is there any like specific instance you can think of where you feel you have trusted your inner feminine, or your inner feminine has come out? Because it's also helpful to reinforce where your inner feminine is already blossoming. You don't have to share it, but you can if you want, or just feel into it. We can all feel into that right now too. Just feel in our hearts, feel in your body right now. Where is your inner feminine? Where is she blossoming? You feel some waves through your heart, flow through your shoulders, flow through your chest, flow through your heart. Bring the subtle movements. And here we're working with them every moment, like I mentioned earlier. Is the masculine and the feminine, they're interwoven, they're combined, just like the yin yang symbol that is one, and that is nature. We are both interweaving. So we're using that inner masculine to initiate movement, and yet we're surrendering to the movement at the same time. Our inner feminine is allowing ourselves to be moved, allowing for a little more flow, for a little more of the mystery. Allowing yourself to not know where you're going next. Bien. Me too. I'm teaching a class. Gracias, gracias. The inner feminine, being present with all that is, and allowing what's here, and flowing with it, and feeling your breath as the inner masculine. Feel your breath as the stable presence that's always with you. Your breath is penetrating you. Receive your breath into your body. Receive this beautiful masculine energy that is simply presence. And how your feminine opens to receive that presence, how your feminine flows that presence, how your feminine feels contacted and loved by this presence. So we're not just getting lost in the feminine. We're actually present. and practicing even more presence in this flowing, circling movement in your chest. Every breath filling your heart. And just notice what comes up for you. Is it difficult for you to receive this breath? Is it difficult for you to stay present? Or does it feel flowing? Does it feel easy? Does it feel pleasurable? Where can you find even more pleasure, even more juiciness with being here in your heart right now? And where can your heart just open to receive a little bit more? And allow yourself to be taken and surprised. Maybe move a little faster, maybe more unexpected movements come through. Allowing this feminine force to come through your yoni and up into your heart. And how she wants to play, how she wants to flow, how she wants to feel free. And your breath entering you, bringing you home into presence inside, breathing through your yoni, and actually feeling where you're being contacted by breath inside your yoni. Feel this presence of your breath, this dance, the inner dance between your breath and body. The dance between stable presence of the masculine and flow of the feminine. And notice if you find yourself getting in your mind, or you find yourself, just flowing randomly without really being there. Just notice that, and then see how that's the feminine on her own, and how much more life is brought in when the inner masculine is here to fill your body, to meet your body, to bring more aliveness, structure. Where do you feel the structure of your body? Your bones, your ribs holding up your body, your upper back, your shoulders, your arms. The structure that's protecting your body, it's holding you together. And the inner waters. Actually feel how your body is made up of 80% water. It's all this water just flowing through you. I'm going to exhale an SH sound for the waterfall breath to help you connect with the spirit of water. Feel yourself becoming a waterfall, and the innate unity of masculine and feminine that is in a waterfall. the force, the direction, the structure of the riverbanks, and the life force, the energy, the flow, the rush of the water. And open up your voice now to bring in any sounding. And let it come, the sound come from your yoni. Our voice opens up our feminine, our voice opens up our yoni. And our voice is also a powerful force of protection that is the masculine that allows your body to feel safe. Through our opening your voice, you feel you can communicate your truth, you can communicate your boundaries. And allow the wildness of your body, of whatever sounds she wants to make, just allow it to come through. We have all these tools to come into our body, to feel safe inside our body again. Our voice is one of them. Our touch is one of them. Bring your touch, your hands, anywhere on your body you feel. And feel how you can release energy through your sound and through your movement. You can release any stagnant rage, any stagnant grief, any stagnant emotions that may be in the body, that may be related to the masculine, the way the masculine has shown up in your own life, the way your relationship towards other masculine beings, relationship to your own inner masculine. Notice in your body, feel any sensations that are coming up, any emotions that might be there, and any traumas with your relationship to the masculine. Clear those through with your movement, clear those through with your breath. Allow light and life force energy from above you to clear and cleanse you of these old and stagnant energies that are no longer serving you. You might want to shake your body, shake your yoni on the earth, bounce your yoni on the earth, shake and spiral. Shake through your hips. Shake through your hips. Spiral through your hips. And stay inside your body. Use all these tools to bring you into being even more inside your body right now, your whole body at once. Your yoni, your pelvic bowl, your hips, the sensation inside, your inner thighs, your butt, your lower back, your yoni again. Feeling the pleasure inside your body. Anchoring in the pleasure, even though there might still be uncomfortable emotions, there's also pleasure inside the body and pleasure in being in with them. And feel how you can get even more inside. Maybe you need to move faster, maybe you need to move slower, maybe you need to get on all fours, maybe you need to stand up. How can you get more inside? Listen to your body, listen to your yoni and how she's calling you to move, how she's calling you to sound, to release. Shake up your whole body again, even more vigorously, calling upon your inner masculine to come in, to shake you up more, to move you faster. Activates your inner fire. Squeezing your core, squeezing your belly. Press your feet into the earth wherever you are. Feel the strength in your thighs. Awaken more of this warrior spirit, more of this strength. Feeling your muscles. You can press your feet into the earth and lift up your thighs, lift up your body with your arms and your feet. So you're activating every muscle in your body as you flow fluidly. So we're activating our strength while flowing. We're in our masculine and feminine at the same time. Feel your inner animal coming out and he roars, growls, getting into your primal body. And enjoy the pleasure of this strength. The strength in your thighs, the pressing of your feet, strength in your arms, the pressing of your arms. And where your feet and hands are contacting the earth, feel how the earth is contacting you back. You are in the womb of the earth always. The earth is beneath you, the earth is above you, the earth is all around you. And spiraling through your yoni and womb space, you're opening up this portal even more to feel how you're surrounded in your own womb. This golden egg of light energy that's all around you. And pull up this energy from the earth through your feet, your hands, you're pressing, and through your breath. And let go. You can let go of the pressing now and come back into soft fluidity. Let go even more. Let go through your eyes. Let go through anywhere you're holding on to anything. Just notice where in your body is there anything you're holding on to, and how can you let go? Just a little bit more there. Stay there and keep letting go. Go through your jaw. As we open through our jaw, it opens our pelvic floor muscles, it opens our yoni. And as we sound, it helps us open this up as well. Let go through your mouth, let go of any faces you're holding on to, and let your jaw, let your mouth, your lips be soft, open, fluid. Let go. Let your mouth take any shapes. Any sounds, any word sounds, any word shapes. Feeling the sensations inside your mouth and jaw, the pleasure, the innate pleasure and sensation, sensuality of your mouth, of your tongue. Keep letting go. Notice anywhere else in your body that's letting go too. Blink your eyes, open and closed, and make some wild faces with your face, your mouth. Wow. Results blinking, shaking up and moving energy. Allowing our faces to be receptive and flowing, not locked in and trying to be or perform in any certain way. Letting go of all that, all the masks we carry. All the trying to fit into human society. To be presentable. And really feeling how your face, how your mouth wants to move and enjoy. And be alive. It's an amazing practice for being in your feminine, in the unexpected. For allowing more flow, for less linear responses, but really being present and malleable, flexible, and anything life may come at you with. And staying in this bouncing energy, I like to really bounce and rock with my body all day long. We came from the ocean originally, you know, where we came from the waters, and in the first 9 months of our life on earth, we were in our mother's womb being rocked and shaken naturally in the womb. So it brings us back into our truest selves, our nature, to be in a constant bouncing motion. Brings us back into the womb, back into the feminine, where we are held. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah. Notice if there's any resistance in your body to this. If your body wants to know what it's doing next, to shift back into old patterning, where your body wants to go and do something, or feels like this directional energy. Just allow that, be with that, and keep flowing. Keep allowing that to unwind. There's nothing to do. The most important thing you could be doing right now is this, here, right now, connecting inside, being home inside. This is home. This is where you're trying to get to. Here, right now, inside your body. Everything you've been looking for is in here. Truly listening to where your body wants to go. Allowing your body to take initiative, leading from your yoni, from your womb. She guides you. The most feminine and masculine organ. A womb is protective. It's an encasement. It's this organ that would be protecting a baby, holding it. And yet it is also the container for this most feminine magic that's inside of it. Feel that feminine magic, that golden light, that jewel that's inside your womb. Feel inside here even more. Get inside your womb. This is how you listen to your womb and follow her lead, her guidance, is by feeling inside. The space in between your belly button and your pubic bone, and 2 inches inside. That's your womb space. Shake, spiral, bounce your womb. And let this energy move your whole body, your womb, initiating from your womb, your whole body moves. We're listening to a deeper internal structure here. It's not the structure of any masculine that's being placed on top of us, or what your mind is telling you to do, or what society is telling you to do. It's the inner masculine, the inner structure within that guides you. It's guiding you right now. Feel how you're already listening to that, how you're already following that, how you already know how to trust that. Feel where in your body you're already trusting yourself to take you where you need to go, to move you. She knows. And you're strengthening your trust muscle right now by following and by noticing how you're already trusting and following. Whew. Allow your body to take you into any shape that's needed, any form of touch that's needed or desired. Maybe you want to drum your thighs, hit, bang, drum your body to wake up a certain area. Open a certain area to more aliveness, more sensation, to more breath. And enjoy this even more. Enjoy the aliveness. Enjoy your inner masculine and feminine in love with each other inside right now. Your left side of your body meeting your right side of your body. The left hemisphere of the brain, the left side of the body, and the right hemisphere of your brain, the right side of your body are controlling these different ways of being, different ways of thought, the masculine and the feminine, these different energies. And feel the unity between them right now. Feel them coming together, dancing together. The left side of your womb and the right side of your womb. You make figure eights through your hips to feel this unity connection between the left and the right. You can bring your hands together, your palms together, to feel your inner masculine and feminine together in love right now. Feel the energies between your palms connecting. Feel this love between the palms of your hands. How they want to interact together, dance together, massage each other. How they want to caress each other. Feel how these energies are colliding through your hands right now, making love. Maybe you want to slow down to feel it even more. Feel just your fingertips touching. Feel the slow caress of fingertips on hands. Slowing down to let your left and right hands fall in love right now. Explore each other. You can allow one hand to be the active hand and the other hand be the receptive hand. Maybe you want to set the receptive hand on your lap or just relaxing down. She can fully receive. And slow down in your touch to feel the touch even more. the love through your fingertips. And allow this hand to receive that even more. You can close this practice, bringing your hands together, clasping the fingers together, bringing your hands to your heart, and then bringing your hands in a hug around your chest. Thank yourself for being in this practice today, for intentionally loving yourself and choosing to go inside to create more love, to create more unity between yourself. And just tell yourself, I love you, I love you, I love you. Hold your inner masculine. I love you, I love you, I see you. I see all that you're doing for me. I see everything you're doing so well. All the ways that you're taking care of me, all the ways you're providing for me, all the ways you're showing up for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now feel your inner masculine holding your inner feminine. Just holding her, allowing her to be so soft and to surrender. I love you, inner feminine. Thank you for all the beauty, all the art, all the flow. I'm in awe of you. Thank you for your life. Thank you for all the ways you are guiding and leading me. Thank you for all the ways that you are showing up. For all the ways you add more pleasure and flow into my life. Thank you for surrendering into me. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for allowing me to penetrate you. Thank you for gifting me with your heart. And anything else your inner masculine wants to say to your inner feminine. Oh, with words or just energy. And allow her to receive that, take that in even more, surrender to that. Notice her pleasure, notice her pleasure in surrendering. Notice how it feels to receive just a little bit more. Take a deeper inhale. Through our breath, we can practice the embodiment of receiving more breath. Slow breath. receiving more and more and more, allowing breath to be love, allowing breath to be God, allowing breath to be the divine masculine, allowing it to be light. And notice how it feels to receive. It may feel uncomfortable. You might be pushing an edge. And it's beautiful. Keep going. This is how we expand our receiving edge, by breathing in more. Keep going. Going past with your inhale where you would normally stop, noticing where you want to stop and exhale, and just going a little bit more. Notice how that expands you. Notice how good that feels. And you're done with your last breath and you can't receive it anymore. You let that go and just enjoy the exhale. We'll come back to meeting each other again in presence, coming back to each other. You can open your eyes, flutter your eyes open. And I'd love to hear from both of you about your experience with that, how that felt, and any insights that came through.
I definitely felt like it was a little bit hard at first to surrender and let the feminine just go. And it helped me to understand some more of how sometimes it is hard to get past my own masculine and to really fully embody the feminine. And I was also able to see the exact opposite once I found, the feminine essence, how it was so easy to get drawn into it and lose yourself there without balance. And once I became present of that, I was able to see how much easier it was to feel both sides meet and kind of flow together and find that balance. It was really, really cool.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, and it's such a continuous practice. Yeah.
A little bit of resistance at first of like tapping into sound and noticing how like sometimes I felt like kind of a block in the throat chakra area.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized that there was so much like power that lies there, and sometimes I just don't tap into it, or it feels too conscious or too in my head to let that come out. And so I really loved the part about incorporating sound into the embodiment, and I felt, and also the facial expressions too. That's another thing that I'm really self-conscious about. And so I felt like delving into that really helped me to connect even deeper into the experience, and just to really allow to really become more vulnerable in it. And I felt like once I got past that point where I was just like surrendering to it, I started experiencing sensations more like acutely. And I like, especially when we were like energy between the fingertips. I felt like there was a lot of energy there, and it was amazing. And it was just, I started really feeling things at a different level. I started feeling a lot more warmth, a lot more of like that flowing of energy in different parts of the body.
That's so amazing and so beautiful, and such an accomplishment of going in deeper into your own self and trusting that and being patient with yourself and allowing that to unfold. And I'm so happy that you felt more inside and more sensation. Thanks for sharing. Yes, beautiful. Yeah, so we're almost at time, but I'd love to talk a little bit more, and yeah, I'd love to open it up if you have any, even if you have any questions about the masculine or feminine, or life application, um, or if there's anything you're wanting to bring this in more specifically into your life, like whether that's with work or manifesting a relationship, in your interactions with the masculine, or yeah, just open it up, the floor, to anything you want to bring in that I can speak to more. And or if nothing's coming through, I can also just share. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I really wanted to talk more about how this is the energy of nature, and how the energy of nature is this fully integrated masculine and feminine, how we can learn so much from nature and from nature imagery, or getting to actually be in nature, because we can see this everywhere, the structure and the flow, and the being and the receiving, and the activating and the allowing, the giving and the receiving. um, and we can look to the ocean and see how it's like this. It's there's the structure. I'm looking at the ocean right now. The structure of where the ocean is. It's space, it's physical space, where it's taking up space, and like where it meets the sand, and the cycles of the tides, and how they run on these certain cycles that have a structure, connected to the moon, and then yet how it's in flow within that. And there's so much movement and unexpected, like how this wave is going to crash, and not every moment it's alive. And yeah, it's like spirit and earth is another way to think about it. It's like, the body is the masculine structure in some ways, and then the feminine is the spirit that's moving us. It's the aliveness. It's that what we can't see. It's like this energy we can't see, and it's what gives spark to all of life. And I also like to think of like trees and plants, like the the structure of a tree, and how it's so balanced and stable, in its trunk, and then the flowering of the leaves, the way that the leaves and branches are flowing, and the stem of a flower, and then the opening flower petal. So these are all like beautiful imagery for us to come back to as we're exploring these energies within ourselves. Yeah, and it's like we're constantly like flowing between them, and feeling it in our bodies and how it's already alive in our bodies like we did today. It's like so helpful to bring into in any moment, or like our bones being the structure, our spine being the structure holding us up, and then the flow being the movement we create. Yeah, it helps me in every moment to be in more flow with the things around me, and yet in my structure, in myself, for whatever boundaries I need to set, and whatever is that inner truth that needs to come through. And in specifically in like relating with a masculine being and calling in a masculine partner, or being with your partner, it's like, so that's an opportunity where we're getting to, you know, experience polarity and not just be in ourselves and our own inner masculine and feminine, but get to experience our deeper feminine by getting the polarity of a masculine being. And so to like really draw in a masculine being, if that's what we're like looking for in our life, like there's so much like process with that. And that's what a lot of this class was originally going to be. I don't know if that's something you're interested in. I could talk to you like a manifestation process for calling in your partner. Cool. Beautiful. So you might want to like write this down, or like give you some kind of some steps. But first I'm just gonna talk on it. So yeah, like really it comes down to, like I said, like being able to like be so anchored in our own inner masculine, so that we can feel safe to be in our feminine. Like we know that we have our own back, so then we can open and feel safe and not have like, so often what blocks us from a relationship is like this guardness we have around our hearts. It's like, is this masculine energy we're holding on to protect ourselves because we're scared of the masculine. So that obviously is going to repel a masculine being into our lives and getting to experience that. And opening the polarity, allowing ourselves to be more in our feminine, is what draws that in. So being more in our flow, allowing ourselves to be in more in our emotions as well, in the full range of our emotions and expression. And like this is the polarity that the masculine is craving, because we have, our bodies are more sensitive and attuned to feeling and emotion and pleasure. Like our bodies are just more connected to the earth, or more connected to that energy. And so that's what a more masculine being is like craving and is so like attracted to. And that's like us. It's also like us enjoying ourselves more. It's like, it's not like we're like being that for someone else. It's like it's just us being more in ourselves and in our beautiful like feminine energy, and enjoying ourselves, and then getting to experience a masculine energy, of polarity that will intensify that even more. And then he's holding the safety and the container, so that we can actually go even deeper into our own feminine, because then we can let go of our masculine in those moments, when once we're in a relationship, and then, you know, it feels really safe. And yeah, so yeah, creating more safety in our systems through embodiment, through movement, through breath, through being in our body. That's how we feel safer inside. And like letting go of the walls around our heart. Like first of all, noticing that, noticing where our hearts are closed. And it's a daily practice of like breathing into our hearts, like we did in the beginning. I like to also like lay down and have a meditation practice of laying down and breathing into my heart. Laying down allows ourselves to be fully receptive go deep into the feminine. So that's a big part of my own practice and what I guide. And we're starting next month Yoni Temple monthly program that's like weekly, like one day a week will be a meditation practice where we get to go deep into that. One day a week will be like a dance and movement, and then one day will be like a yoga, like feminine womb centered yoga. So I'm really excited for that, just for that, like this weekly, or it would be recorded so you could watch it daily, like integration and deeper going into these practices. But it's something we all can do. Just bring our hands to our heart and feel and go deeper and breathe and allowing our hearts to open and like knowing that you are safe inside your heart. And whatever heartbrokenness that we might have, whatever we're holding on to from the past and from past relationships, like really like giving all of that so much love and healing, so we can like let that go and just be present and know that no one else can hurt our hearts. Like we are our own whole being, and we're like loving ourselves, allowing ourselves to receive love, receive breath through every moment in our hearts so much that it's like we're not relying on anyone else to fill that and to fill our hearts, because we're filling ourselves. So this is why I love these practices, because it's like ultimately we can't. It's all found within ourselves, and we can't seek. If we're seeking that love to source it from the outside, then it's never gonna fill us, because that's not what we're ultimately longing for. We're longing for the juiciness of our own hearts and that connection with spirit or God or love, the universe. So that's a one practice I can leave you with daily, is just coming back to your heart and breathing into your heart, putting your hand on your heart. Breast massage is also really amazing for opening our hearts. So we go deeper into teaching breast massage too, but it's also something you can just explore on your own. And okay, so manifestation practice, like a few points I can give you, is feeling into what the energy is of this masculine being, of this dream partner, tuning into their energy and feeling in your heart like what that feels like, what he feels like. So, and then connecting to that every day, like imagining, feeling as if he's already here, and feeling that unity already inside. So because when we're feeling that and embodying that, then it has to come to us. It's like already in the flow. And then letting go. So that'd be the next step. Is like, okay, like we're allowing ourselves to state it to the universe that we want it, we desire it. We're fully allowing ourselves to be in that claiming that desire, and that it's not wrong to desire that, and that it's part of our, if we're desiring it, it's meant for us, and it's definitely coming to us. It's like because we're desiring it, it's already in our future field. That's why we're desiring it. And so and knowing that the universe, God, wants us, loves us, wants us to be happy, wants us to have these things we desire, and we are so worthy of that. And then letting go of any expectation. So it's like holding these two things of like fully like knowing it's coming, being certain, being fully in our work, being fully in our desire and in our claiming of that, and you know, allowing ourselves to take any action towards that, like allowing ourselves to be more open, allowing ourselves to go out, like however we might want to put ourselves out there, like going to events or dating apps or like or whatever, you know, like fully being in that, and then letting go of the outcome, letting go of any expectation, letting go of like what we think it's going to look like, letting go of like the timeline. And so that can be one of the hardest part is and it's also like we're cultivating the masculine and feminine energies through this. So the feminine, like the letting go, like everything's perfect right now, we're already whole. And then that masculine of like taking any action towards that, like taking, like, you know, our journaling our desires, journaling our manifestation, speaking it out loud, journaling what we see this partner as, like journaling the qualities we want, like all of those, the more masculine part, like making a list of all the things we really want, so we and having our boundaries, so we know like this is like what I want, and like holding that. And like if someone's not living up to those certain values and like our parts of our core desires, like having the ability to say no, the ability to hold that. So that's like where that masculine's coming in, to protect ourselves and to go slow, to take more time with the process. Because so often we might like get rush into things, or get so, our feminine can get so excited, or the parts of our hearts that are like just seeking love, and like we'll just go all right, go all in, go right in. That's like our beautiful open heart. Or we might be on the other side of that, where our heart is more closed off, and like, so it's finding that balance as well, which we're exploring through movement, that balance of the open heart and the protective boundaries, and yeah, completely letting go of timeline can be the hardest part for a lot of us, and but that's where we get to do the inner work, and that's where we get to do the filling ourselves up, you know, the own connection with ourselves. It's like where we get to really self-source and fall in love with ourselves even deeper. So that is basically the process that I found and used to manifest my partner and heal. And there's so much more in that, and that's why I created this program, Yoni Divine Love, which is coming up next. That is going all into that, like so much deeper, because everyone is so different, and everyone has their own personal journey and personal traumas and experiences. And so I created this one-on-one program where we get to work together one-on-one and work with the embodiment, and also like it includes the monthly embodiment classes that are the weekly classes that are monthly, and it's 6 months long, and it also includes the one-on-one work with me every week. We get to go in deep, dive deep with what you're going through or struggling at that time, and explore like personalized, like we do like a grief ceremony, we do a rage ceremony, we work with the heartbreak, we work deeper with our relationship to the inner masculine, deeper into the relationship inner feminine, exploring like, you know, our relationship to our parents or to past lovers, and really getting to go deeper into all this and dissect and heal these patterns in our lives through when I work one-on-one, we get to go into like neuro-linguistic reprogramming work, and even sometimes like have some hypnosis work that I bring into to rewire our mental programs and past experiences, so we can experience something new. and give ourselves the healing and the love, and like literally reprogram memories. And yeah, so it's so powerful. I'm like so passionate about this work. And that's what's next. That's what I'm offering next, that I am inviting everyone into, that for anyone who's ready to go deeper. And yeah, so it's a 6-month one-on-one journey with me. And if anyone who's watching the recording, like, y'all can just message me about it. I'll also send out an email about it as well. But for you, do you have any like questions or anything you want to talk about with it, or just any closing thoughts from today?
No questions at this time, but I just thank you so much for this class. This was just really just such an incredible experience, and I loved hearing about that manifestation process at the end. I feel like so many of the points that you made really rang true and resonated deeply, and just really like awesome journaling prompts are going to come out of this, and so I'm really looking forward to putting in that work and exploring it through journaling and taking this further. So thank you.
Yay. Amazing. I'm so glad. My heart is so full. Beautiful. Okay, have an amazing rest of your day, and I'd love to hear how you keep integrating this, how things are going. So you stay connected. You can message me anytime, and you ask me any questions or just any reflections. So I'm here, and so good connecting with you and meeting you, and I'm just sending you so much love. Bye.